beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone. Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and I'm a crone among many other things. Today we're going to talk about dreams, and that should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a little bit longer show than usual because we actually found a whole lot of information about dreams. So that's going to be fun. But before we get to our dreams, let me introduce Heather and her cards.
Hi.
And good afternoon, Warrior Girl.
Hello, our first person here. Yay!
Nice to have you, Warrior Girl, as usual.
I'm Heather. I'm a crone, and I've got all sorts of different gifts, just like all of you who will be watching and are watching.
So let's go to cards.
Yes.
What is that on the right?
I don't know. No, it has to do with
The
whatever
camera.
that is. But we'll just ignore it right now. Hello, Jan's Free.
Hi, Jan's Free. I hope everybody's doing well. I have no idea what that is.
No.
And the table won't change it.
Hugs to
Interesting.
you too.
Hugs to everybody. I hope you're having a great day.
Yeah, that's weird.
We have no idea what that little block is, although I know it's the window. But I don't know why it's showing.
But we don't know why it's there. Oh, well.
Loving the purples and the lavenders. Yay, our
that's
favorites. Okay, what do we got here today?
Let me get this set out so I can find the right cards.
Hi, Ron. Pinks and purples, always. Even the cards over there have pinks and purples.
I may even have a yellow one of these days, just to see what it looks like.
Hi, Gypsy T. I haven't seen you in a while. So glad to have you. Thanks for coming by.
Okay.
You guys, if you have any questions during the show, please put it all in caps with emojis so that we can see it and get to it. I've got my phone handy in case it disappears off our screen. Hopefully I can keep track of everybody's questions. But thanks for being here.
Okay, for those that can't see, the one that you can't see is feline. So basically, this is you, this is what is stopping us from being what we really want to do. This is your physical presence, your spiritual presence, things that you can do to take care of this so that you have this, which is union. Okay? So, basically, we are a violet flame. Now, we're full of energy, we're ready to go and be who we need to be. But sometimes our innocence gets in the way. We don't realize what we can do, or we don't realize different parts of things that we're working on. Maybe we've studied it, but there's part of it that we haven't studied or something. But anyway, that kind of stuff gets in the way. So we end up being kind of a storm with everything going on at once that maybe it should be a little different or in the right order or something, but we don't know what it is. In the meantime, our soul is just sitting there watching us, and when we accidentally hit it right, it's going to pounce in there and be right with us.
Yay.
So, it's just waiting and watching and going to get us. One of the things that will defeat that innocence is more knowledge. Anything that you can get. You would be surprised how much something in one area reflects back to another area that maybe you're working in. And
Just add meditation to it and you got it all covered. Because meditation works for everything, apparently.
It does help with the knowledge, and it does help with the downloads. And so all these knowledges that we have will defeat the innocence, things that we don't understand or things that we don't know yet.
That's cool.
So that we can be mind and spirit together in union and doing everything together with our whole bodies or with our whole group of family or whatever it is. It helps bring the whole union together. So more knowledge is never hurtful.
That's true. It's always a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So today is dreams. All about dreams. So onerology is the study of dreams, the scientific study of dreams, of course. Dreams are a succession of sensations, emotions, ideas, and images that occur involuntarily during our sleep. Many people see dreams as a connection to the unconscious mind. They can be exciting, scary, fun, romantic, sad, and bizarre.
Absolutely
I find
bizarre.
most dreams are bizarre.
They end up being, there's always a section in there that's a little bizarre.
And the more we sleep, the more time we have to dream. Most people dream between 4 and 6 times each night, and they typically last 5 to 20 minutes. And then we forget 95 to 99% of our dreams.
Right.
That's crazy. With the exception of lucid dreaming, you really can't control anything about your dreams.
Right. So why do we dream? Are dreams merely a part of our sleep cycle, or do they serve some other purpose? One of the possible explanations include that they represent unconscious desires and wishes. They're interpreting random signals from our brain to our body during sleep. And they're consolidating and processing the information that we've gathered during the day. They work kind of like a psychotherapy. And it's like being offline with your memory reprocessing everything. And your brain consolidates the learning and memory tasks, and it supports and records all the waking consciousness. So it's like, okay, wait a minute, I forgot to add this, and it's just adding it in at night.
Our brains are like a little computer at
a
night.
little computer, offline. They're just doing everything that we did. And sometimes it's preparing for a future event or a future threat. It's reflecting unconscious mental function in a kind of psychoanalytical way. It's a unique state of consciousness that incorporates experience of the present, processing of the past, and preparation for our future.
Cool.
Yeah.
There are 5 stages to dreaming in our sleep cycle, but most of the dreams occurred during the rapid eye movement time, REM cycle. During this phase, the eyes move quickly in all directions, and respirations and brain activity increase. The brain restrains voluntary muscles, like those in the arm and legs, so we get that sleep paralysis. But it's to keep us from, to prevent self-harm when in case we're acting out our dreams. We don't want to do that.
Running while you're sleeping.
So that's why we sometimes feel trapped or unable to escape during dreams. But before we fall into the REM cycle, we cycle through 4 other stages. Hi, Wisdom Seeker Joan. Welcome today. We're talking about dreams. So after the REM, we go back to the second stage, and then it progresses back through the cycle up to 5 times each night. It only lasts a few minutes early in the night, but it lasts longer the longer that we're asleep. So you might get 5 minutes or 2 minutes earlier, but later in the night, it can last up to 30 minutes. So you might spend half an hour in a single dream. And I've done that, where I've woken up, actually gotten up, going to the bathroom, and come back and
back in the dream
back
again.
into the dream again.
Yeah.
Sleep studies show our brain waves are almost as active during REM cycles as they are when we're awake. And experts believe that the brainstem generates REM sleep, and the forebrain generates the dreams.
And there are 6 main types of dreams. The normal dreams, daydreams, false awakening dreams, nightmares, recurring dreams, and lucid dreams. Now, the normal or standard dreams, they can be good or bad. They are usually a mirror of our everyday life, and they include people and locations that we're familiar with. They can be bizarre or fantastical kind of events that happen. I remember being in a field once, and the field was like going straight down. It was all solid green grass. And then over on the other side, there was a waterfall. And I was going, how come there's no water down in here? You know,
Because it's a dream.
Because it's a dream. Yeah. Anyway, they can also be beautiful and reassuring. They focus attention on situations or decisions that we're not real sure of. Now, bad dreams, unlike nightmares, they rarely wake you up, and the dream is allowed to finish. They usually revolve around things like aggression, helplessness, or interpersonal relationships. Now, daydreams are a completely different thing. The daydream, we're neither asleep or awake. You know, you're usually in class watching a teacher or not listening to her. Anyway, daydreams lack any symbolism, and most people believe daydreaming is a waste of time. But psychologists say that these moments of distraction relieve the stress and the frustration and boredom, and they can be really therapeutic.
I love that. I think we should all daydream more.
I think so.
I love to daydream. We've always been told, oh no, you're wasting time, but apparently we're not. So go daydream, folks. Then we have false awakening dreams. I found these really interesting. It's where you wake up inside of a dream, but you're still asleep. You're not actually awake. That's a really strange one, I think. These double dreams sometimes occur when someone adheres closely to a regular routine, somebody that's really habitual in what they do every day. While still asleep, they dream that they're following the normal schedule. That's sad. Oh. Working when you dream.
When I was working, even afterwards, I kept dreaming about work. Oh, I got to meet this deadline. I got to meet this deadline. I got to meet this deadline.
Wow.
Don't forget to send those things out, you know. And it was going, wait a minute, I'm not working anymore. Leave me alone, you know.
Yeah. So sometimes an unusual occurrence in their dream routine causes them to panic and wake up. And dream experts say this is obviously anxiety and stress, which makes perfect sense from what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then whoops, sorry, wrong button. Nightmares, that's the next one. Nightmares are bad dreams that wake you up. And I assume this also includes night terrors, but I didn't read anything about night terrors. They often contain the same themes as bad dreams, but they're more aggressive. A lot more fear. Most common themes are evil presences. I don't think I've had that. And being chased. I have been chased.
You've been chased.
I've been chased. When I was a little girl, I had a reoccurring nightmare that I was running down the hall of our house and my father was chasing me. And every so often, when he would get really close, I would jump up and land like 10 feet in front of him. And this just went on and on. I don't know for how long, but it lasted for years.
And me, I had nightmares that would wake me up.
When I found out as an adult later, when I started channeling information from my father, he said that he was trying to keep me on the planet. I was always trying to leave when I went to sleep, and he was trying to keep me here. So that was a different explanation. I thought he was chasing me because I'd been naughty and he was trying to spank me or something.
I always dreamt, and they woke me up. I would wake up before I hit the bottom. I was always falling.
Eek.
And it was always from a great height. And it was either just falling between two walls and it was just laying down below, or I was falling into a pit of snakes, which I absolutely hated.
You and, what's his name? Indiana Jones. The pit of snakes.
I was always glad I woke up. No, I'm not going there then. And I wouldn't get out of bed either because I was sure the floor was full of them.
So, like I said, the most common things are evil beings and being chased. And women have more nightmares than men. And women's nightmares usually are about interpersonal relationships, where men's nightmares tend to be about natural disasters and physical altercations, major calamities going on. And nightmares can last from childhood to adulthood. Children and adults have nightmares.
Yeah.
Very sad. Then they're caused by stress, trauma, and fear. As you can see, all these things up here. I've never seen this little graphic before, but
it's kind of cool.
It kind of works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then we also have recurring dreams. Now, sleep experts describe recurring dreams as those that repeat or occur frequently and usually contain a negative content. Most of these dreams have specific themes, such as falling, that's me, losing control of a car, failing an exam, being late, or getting stuck. And that's where I would constantly be falling. The science of dreams shows that recurring dreams may reflect unresolved conflicts in the dreamer's life. I wonder what that has to do with falling. Recurring dreams usually happen during times of stress and can last for months and years. And I haven't had one for months and years. So
I haven't had any for a long time.
Cool. Now,
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that too, yeah. Now, a lucid dream is one in which you become aware that you're dreaming. You become aware of your consciousness. It's a form of metacognition, or awareness of your awareness. Anyway, often you can control what happens in the lucid dream.
I have had a lucid dream, for sure. Sitting in the car with my father after he died. I knew I was in a dream, and I knew he was dead and shouldn't be there. But we had a conversation, and I actually had another one from him later. But I knew I was awake, and we had a long conversation. And, of course, I woke up crying because I was so happy to see him. I'd missed him so much. And I remember having another one, but I can't remember the details of that one now. It's been so long ago.
I remember having one, but I don't know the details. I just know that we were going in a certain direction, and I said, I don't want to go that way, and we went another way for that dream.
Cool.
But I don't know what it was about. I just didn't want to go the way we were going. But people do report that these lucid dreams feel very real, and they're very vivid.
They do. I felt like I was actually sitting in the car with my dad.
Right.
I could hear the car running. I could feel the air conditioning in the car. I could see all the details about the car. We were sitting in the driveway of my mom's house, and strangely, we were driving straight out where normally you would back out because it was kind of up a hill into a garage or a carport. But I remember seeing everything vividly in the colors and hearing and all of that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
The way you'd want it to be instead of the way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, research shows that lucid dreaming comes with a boost of activity in different parts of your brain that are usually restful during the sleep. And lucid dreaming also triggers certain activations in your mind and your brain that can be beneficial, like for easing stress and boosting creativity. You can get ideas.
Absolutely. I'm sure that's true. I wish I remembered my dreams more. So what do our dreams mean? You know, some of them, we all experience them. And sometimes, there's tons of different dreams. Ones that feel real. Ones that, are influenced by that Stephen King book you just read. Or watching scary movies. Now, I've never been able to watch a scary movie before I go to bed, or I will dream about it for sure.
I can't watch them, period.
Well, not anymore. I can't even watch them now at all.
Too
but
scary.
When my daughter was a teenager and watching all the scary movies back in the 80s, Friday the 13th and all of that. And, of course, she would be afraid, and she would come get in bed with me that night after watching them. But they were addicted to them, the teenagers back then in the 80s. So we also know that some of them are fueled by fear and anxiety. But why do we dream, and what do they mean? Well, Freud believed that dreams are a window into our subconscious, and that they reveal a person's unconscious desires, thoughts, and motivations. Since Freud, it's become quite popular to try to interpret your dreams. And That makes sense because we all have common themes in our dreams, for sure. Hi, Spirit Messenger Sheila. Welcome. Lovely to have you.
Kane, too.
And Debbie Kane. Oh, great. We'd love to hear about your dreams, too, by the way. So since dreams actually tell us what we really know about something, and they actually tell us how we really feel about things. They point out what we need for growth, integration, and expression. They can help us fine-tune our direction and show us our unfinished business. Got plenty of that.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of this. Is getting up thinking, I got to get this done. I got to get this done because it was unfinished. Okay.
Yeah.
And by interpreting our dreams, we may gain insight into our lives and ourselves. Many people say they've been coming up with their best ideas while dreaming. I will lose something in the house and I decide, okay, I'll figure it out when I go to bed. And I would wake up the next morning and I knew exactly where it was and I'd just go get it. I sure enough couldn't find it the night before. So
would you please find my missing cards?
I put you a new set for that.
I know, but I'd still like to find the old ones.
Anyway.
Hi, Sheila. We knew who you are, honey. We watch you too. It's great to see you here.
Anyway, Carl Jung suggested that dreams reveal both the personal and collective unconsciousness. He believed that dreams serve to compensate for parts of the psyche that are undeveloped in our waking life. He also suggested that there are archetypes such as the persona, all the different faces and the different masks that we wear, the anima and animus, and the anima is a female image in the male psyche, and the animus is the male image of the female psyche. And they represent the true self rather than the image that we present to other people. It also serves as a primary source of communication with the collective unconscious. And then, of course, we have the shadow. That's the part of the unconscious mind that's composed of repressed ideas, weaknesses, desires, instincts, and shortcomings. These archetypes and others are often represented symbolically in objects or figures in dreams. And when you start looking things up, they'll start talking about houses or schoolrooms or buses or something like that. That's what they're talking about as far as some of the things that they're represented by.
Look who else is here. Scott Allen, Spiritual Essence.
Hello.
Welcome this afternoon. Lovely to see you here. So our attitudes towards dreams in the West has always been quite different than all the other human societies around the planet. They've all been based on sacred worldviews, regard dreams as indispensable windows into our psyche and realms of the invisible realms of the cosmos. Before his awakening, Buddha had 5 dreams foretelling that he would attain full enlightenment and become a renowned teacher. And Socrates insisted that dreams guided him throughout his whole teaching career. So the first question for anyone wishing to tap into the ancient source of wisdom of our dreams is, how can you tell a spiritual from a non-spiritual or egoic dream? This part of this I found really interesting. The primary difference between spiritual and egoic dreams lies in their content. Egoic dreams are woven from the fabric of our personal histories and reflect the self-centered concerns that arise out of our worldly pursuits. In other words, our daily life. The dreams we tend to have when our minds are preoccupied with some ongoing issue in our waking state. For instance, if you're struggling with an issue at work, your dreaming mind is likely to continue trying to figure it out while you sleep, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because the situations we encounter in these kinds of dreams are simply continuations of our daily routines and our waking experiences, they really don't need much interpretation.
So most of our dreams, however, are considerably more jumbled, and their meanings are more difficult to discern. The difficulty is that as we fall asleep under normal circumstances, our attention shifts from our workaday predicaments to our long-term dilemmas. The issues that haunt our lives, but which for one reason or another we're afraid to fully acknowledge. That's what we end up dreaming about. And of course, that's our shadow side. And the greater the amount of the spiritual content in the dream, the easier it is to interpret. It becomes so apparent to you. It's like I woke up one morning and said, duh, how long you been showing me that for me to know I need to think about that? So, the spiritual content of dreams are not derived from our personal histories, nor do they express purely egoic dilemmas. They come from the transpersonal dimension of the psyche and are composed of archetypal elements having universal significance. Now, these archetypes are manifested in the pantheons of gods and goddesses, heroes and ancestors, spirits and angels, who, according to all spiritual traditions, inhabit incorporeal realms of the cosmos, and whose deeds are recounted in the myths and legends of every culture.
Cool.
So, comparative studies by psychologists Carl Jung and others have demonstrated that despite their local variations, these archetypal thank you, I couldn't say it, manifestations perform the same simple functions, and their stories express the same dramatic themes in all the cultures.
That's so cool. So, whether egoic or archetypal, most dreams tell a story. Usually the plot revolves around the dreamer. I'm tongue twisted today.
Yeah, tongue twisters is right.
Most dreams revolve around the dreamer attempting to achieve an objective, arrive at some destination, prepare for a test, communicate with a friend, care for a child, escape an assassin, etc. But first, there are always obstacles to overcome, oceans to cross, mountains to climb, and dragons to slay. And these obstacles, of course, represent those spiritual obstacles of our self-centered desires, aversions, attachments, fear, all of which have to be abandoned and surrendered. In most mixed dreams of this type, the object of the quest is represented by the archetypal symbol, while the obstacles are represented by the personal symbols. The most transparent of spiritual dreams, however, are those in which the seeker receives direct instructions or teachings that need no interpretation. We're guided on a daily basis by our spirit team, which includes ancestors, animal, plant, and elemental spirits, angels, ascended masters, and others. Dreams just happen to be one of their favorite ways to send messages. Spirit guide dreams carry important messages for our healing, growth, and alignment. And our dreams can guide us to discover and align with our purpose, recognize what inner wounds are ready to heal, take the next steps in our work and personal life, and feel inspired and see a greater perspective on a challenge we are facing.
And I was going to say, for those who really want to interpret their dreams, there's tons of books out there on interpreting dreams. There's a lot of information on the internet that they have certain words, or if you happen to see certain things in your dream or experience certain things in your dream, this is what this means. There's so much out there that if you can't figure it out yourself, there's a lot of help.
And there's plenty of people out there that do dream interpretations.
Right.
I didn't put any of that in there because there was just so much to sift through that it all depends on if you're thinking more of the archetypes of psychology as opposed to the archetypes of mysticism. Sometimes that overlaps, sometimes it doesn't. So
that I was reading Warrior Girls, and I'm going, wow.
Driving a car, parents and doing it. Wow.
And I'm not sure I understood what Scott was saying.
He's saying people dream about him more than he remembers dreams, I guess.
And there are times when people dream the same dreams.
True.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
I'm not aware of myself doing that at all.
No, me neither. But
So,
you keep hearing about it.
does anybody have any questions? That is our dream presentation for today. And we thought it was pretty interesting. And I really wanted to go into those archetypes more, but
Yeah,
there were just so many.
There was
Welcome,
like
Linda.
2 or 3 pages.
Oh, yeah, easy. So how would you guys...
Yes, I agree with you. I do the same thing.
Oh, I
With
for
Scott.
sure you are.
Yeah, Astral Travel.
Jansfree, I wish I could tell you how to remember your dreams because I can't remember mine either.
But I do know that it helps that when you wake up, the last thing you remember, you start writing down. Don't talk to anybody, don't do anything, just write them down and you start to remember a little bit more. And the more you do it, the more you remember.
Exactly.
It's like practicing to get the muscle strong enough to remember all that.
And I always keep a journal right next to my bed. But I rarely remember to write in it.
Right.
Yes,
Ask
maybe
our guides.
maybe asking our guides to help us remember would help. I hadn't thought
Yeah.
of that.
Sometimes if you go straight into good afternoon, G. Covington.
Hi, G.
You can remember a little bit more, but I know that the longer, even if I'm going over it in my head all the time because I want to write it down, the longer it takes me to write it down, the more I forget.
Absolutely. No, they suggest that you affirmations when you go to sleep to remember your dreams, and remember the content of the dreams.
And ask to remember.
Do those little mantras as you go to sleep is apparently one way to do it. Happy new moon to you too, Epiphany. Happy new moon to everybody. We love new moons. So I think I've not had much luck in remembering my dreams, and
Sometimes they're vivid, but by the time I get to it, I've forgotten.
I'm pretty
half of it.
undisciplined about writing things down.
We gotta write this
Maybe
down.
my guides could help me with that, being more disciplined in my journaling.
Yeah,
So-
maybe.
So how many people need cards today? We're ready to read cards. If you don't have any questions about dreams, it's card time. And, yeah. Wisdom Seeker Jones says, the only dreams I remember are anxiety dreams, tests I haven't studied for, being late and lost, and flying dreams, which are so fun. Flying dreams, aren't they supposed to be astral travel? That would be so much fun.
You could get on Aladdin's carpet.
Yeah, or
That's
just
fun.
fly.
Yeah.
I would love to just fly. Okay, Deb said she would
Number
like a
2.
card. Card number 2. And then I think we should, for our last card, let's pull a card for the new moon.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, I'm ready to take notes for who wants cards. I know, Warrior Girl, you want 13.
Couldn't reach it.
Sorry.
Okay. What I drew for you was fearless. And what the feeling is that you are fearless. You're really doing well. Even when you might be a little bit nervous, you go right in and do what needs to be done. And that's good. Say what needs to be said. And sometimes that's very hard. But that's great. I'm so glad. Keep up the fearlessness. Okay, second. Whoop. I caught it.
Let's see here. We got it. The next one is Warrior Girl, and of course she's 13.
Of course. My dad's favorite number. Now, who is Master Chief?
Scott.
All right. That's
Linda, did you want a card, honey? I don't remember if I saw you. Deb McCain's got 2, Scott 7, Gypsy 7, Jones 17, Jansfree 16. Oh, Gypsy T says 9. Is that 13?
That's 13. Sexuality, you have a lot of energy, a lot of creative energy. And you're beginning to use it. Are you trying something new that you haven't tried before and you're beginning to work into it? Because that's what it sounds like. You're working somewhere new and you're showing a lot of creativity with it. And it's going to go well. It's going to go well. So.
Cool. Scott, do you remember when you're astral traveling? Do you remember those astral travels when you wake up? Or are you just exhausted? We are echoing, huh? Well, hopefully next week our engineers are going to be here from California and everything's going to be glitched. All the glitches should be fixed.
Or he's going to kill himself, he says.
Let's hope not.
Okay, who's card? Gypsy T9. I knew there was numbers, but I should have just picked it up.
Yeah, I think it's only the cam view.
Okay. Sorry, we'll see you later, Epiphany. Oh, it picked up 2. Oh, that was supposed to be 9. Well.
Oh, that's good.
1, 2,
But then you don't remember them.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What are we doing?
I was doing Gypsy Tea, but I picked up 2 by accident. I figured I was supposed to have.
Boy, you've got a really good reading here, Gypsy T. You got 3 cards.
Wow, you have the power to do it. Are you into music? Because you're returning to the spirit when you're listening to it. So you're listening to different frequencies, I get. And that's helping you feel better about yourself and what you're doing in general.
That's lovely.
But you have the power for everything that you want to do. You're just saying that helps you feel better about it.
Listen to music. It's always good for our souls. Except for sad songs. Don't listen to sad songs.
No, those and those that are, I want to say male dominated, that's not the right word.
Okay, Warrior Girl. I think she already did your card, didn't you?
Yes, I just did those. There were 3 of them. The 9.
No, wait a minute. The 3 cards you just did was for Gypsy T. But
I did 13. Warrior Girl. You have a lot. The card was sexuality.
Energy.
So you have a lot of energy for a new project you're working on.
If you'll go back, you'll see
And
it.
you're being very creative about it. Oh, I understand. It calls me sometimes too.
She says the beeper went off on her own.
But there's something that you're working on, and you have all of the creative energy to do it.
Cool.
So you're doing well.
Okay, this is for Scott.
What number?
7.
Innocence. Okay, you're blaming yourself for something. And you're not supposed to. Because you didn't do anything wrong. And it's nagging at you. Let it go. You did nothing wrong. I don't know what. But that's what I'm getting. You're innocent. Okay.
Interesting.
But you are blaming yourself for it. Even if it's just a little bit, you are blaming yourself for it.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Let it go.
You're innocent.
And now we have Miss Joan.
Joan, has she got a number?
17. I'm sorry.
Okay. Otherwise, I just draw and it doesn't work well. They've got the number.
Did that resonate, Scott?
And yes, you are on the right path, girl.
Yippee skippy. Okay, this is Joan, 17.
17.
I don't know if everybody knows this, but Sweet Joan just lost her husband, so let's send her lots of healing energy and unconditional love. And
It's a new beginning for you. It's not the one that you would have chosen, but it is a new beginning for you. And you will be fine.
who are you talking to? Joan? Okay.
You will be fine. You have a birthday card. It's a new beginning for you, a new life for you, and that's what they're saying. Just go with it. It's new. It's all new, and something that you will thrive in. So stay strong. Keep your energy up. Do everything you need to do. Stay strong. You're doing fine.
And let me just tell you, Joan, I was so devastated when my beloved died, and now, well, of course, I get to talk to him, and I'm sure you will too, at some point. It took him about a year to, well, it took him about 6 months to contact me. But my life has changed so completely, and it's actually even better than it's ever been. So once you get through all that pain and angst, there is another side, and you're good there, and it's going to be even better. And you know what? He'll be around you all the time, which I actually love having my husband still with me. Even though I don't get to touch him anymore, I get to talk to him every day, and it's so healing and helpful and loving and wonderful. I can't tell you.
Now I had one flip out, and that was Return of the Spirit. And the other one that you picked was Union.
Who's this for?
Linda.
Linda Sandoval. This is your reading.
So you're in what?
I'm just reading Warrior Girl. Go ahead.
You're in the process of marrying your everyday life, and then what you do in your everyday life with your spirit life. Return of the Spirit. It's you're beginning to think more in terms of spirit life than everyday crap. Sorry, crap. Anyway, so you're bringing a unit about within your head and your heart. They're coming together much better. Did you understand that?
Does that make sense, Miss Linda? Hi, Junosphere. Great to see you. Been watching your channel. Been learning all about the tarot cards. And you know what? It makes it a lot easier for a person like me that's totally overwhelmed by tarot and only does oracle cards. We appreciate it. Okay, Jan's free is 16.
Be that way.
They're so informative, Juno. We just love them. Super informative.
Number 7.
I'm sorry.
16.
Jan's free, this is for you. It's 16.
Okay,
Wow.
the card you picked was music. Now, what these two cards is, no matter what I did, I had cards flipping out. So, these are two that flipped out.
Pull them down.
Oh. Immunity and Starseed.
Of course there is Juno.
Of course. So what I'm seeing is you are a Starseed. Music helps you to develop your immunity, which helps you shine your light out that helps protect you and helps other people grow. So
Music is a theme today, it seems
music is a
like.
theme, but you are a Starseed, and it does help your immunity.
Brilliant.
You have it, and you're working with it, okay?
That's fantastic. And Juno.
Is that the only one?
No, we had Juno and Epiphany.
Oh, okay.
And of course we have Ron.
So we have Epiphany next? Or did we just do?
Oh, good! Wisdom Seeker Joan and Junosphere are recording a new video soon about the month of July.
Cool.
Then I'll be posting the tarot card videos for July soon after. Wonderful. Juno would like card number 9. Epiphany, do you have any card preference? I don't know if you guys have been watching Epiphany's videos with the fire, I can't remember what it's called, some fire-infused Reiki. Oh my God, I was watching it yesterday, and all of a sudden I could smell the smoke of the fire. That's some powerful Reiki.
So who am I reading?
This is Juno number 9. Wow, immunity.
You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be worried about what you're posting and stuff that you're doing. You have the immunity you need to do what you need to do and do a very, very good job. So you don't need to be afraid. Have everything you need.
Oh, she's so well informed. So much knowledge.
And knowledge is power.
It absolutely is. You need to look up Starseed. Okay. Starseeds are beings that are here that have been born to change the vibration of the planet. We're all Starseeds probably on this video because we've all come here to make changes for the better for this planet to ascend as well as humanity to ascend. So yeah. You are a little starseed.
Epiphany?
Epiphany.
Yeah. And then, any card, okay.
I was blown away, Epiphany. I was watching on my iPad in my living room. There was no smoke. There was nothing. And it smelled like a campfire. It didn't smell like cigarettes or anything else. It smelled like a campfire. I was very impressed.
You have a lot of commitment to it, and it's showing. It's paying off.
She's one talented lady.
Yeah, don't quit. You're doing what you need to do. Keep committed to it. Okay.
Lovely.
And on.
You're welcome, Juno. Oh yeah, please post each other's websites in the chat room so I don't have to go searching for them when I can actually edit this video. It would be really helpful if you guys in the chat room would just feel free to post your sites whenever you want. I have no problem with that. Neither one of us have any problem with you posting whatever your sites are, and we would love that so that you could share it with everybody else.
Well, looks like you're starting something new. And you've got all the energy you need to do it. So, what is it, the word you say hi on? Keep at it. You're doing something new, and that's great. You're taking a different avenue. Anyway, it's good, and you have the energy you need to do it.
That's brilliant. Yeah, just type it in the messages like you're doing, Juno. You've got it. Yeah, we missed him on Sunday morning. That's my Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's the only thing worth watching.
I used to watch Sunday morning on the TV channel, that nice little program on Sunday morning. Now I watch Scott.
Okay,
You got it.
We'll do it.
Do you know when do we get to give out wrenches? How many subscribers do we have to have before you can do all that?
The card you picked was vibrational. And there were two that fell out. Celestial and in the right order.
Interesting.
This is what they're saying.
Nah, I don't know either. Someday.
What? Okay. The card you picked was vibrational, and that's what you're working on, bringing your vibration up. Everybody does. But you've got celestial help, and you are doing it the right way.
Alrighty then.
Whatever you are doing, keep it up, because you are working on you're doing it with help from the celestial people. Okay? So keep doing it. You should do it right.
Cool.
Okay.
I don't know anything about how to do wrenches. I'm going to have to go read up on it. That's what the moderators use. That makes them a moderator.
Okay.
Add moderator with your cell phone. Just click on the subscriber. Okay, hang on. Go to channel. Add moderator. Oh my goodness, it happened. Juno, you're a moderator. I did it from my phone. I'll be darned.
Cool.
Alan, Scott, you're now a moderator. Whether you like it or not. Change it. And where's Miss Ruth? She definitely, we have to have a team here. It takes a village for all of us to be on here, I swear. Oh yeah, I see, you're blue. Who knew? You'll probably have to remind me. There you go, Juno, fantastic. And if you'd put Scott's up there and anybody, and Wisdom Seeker Joan, that would be awesome. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get Wisdom Seeker Joan. Let me see. Where are you? There you are.
What is that? Oh, that's my hands. Leave them still.
Okay, Wisdom Seeker Joan, you're now a moderator. So you can put your channel in there as well. Sure, Linda.
That's all you have to do, huh?
I had no idea it was so simple.
Linda Sandoval would like to have
I got her. She's done.
Anybody else?
Okay, does the wrench just work for this one show, or does it work from now on? I have no clue. I didn't know you could do that. Woohoo! Learn something new every day.
Exactly.
So, if we don't have any more cards to pull,
We have one for everybody until the next time we
way to go, Juno. No, I'd like to do one for the new moon, and then we can do one for the.
Okay, go.
It stays on always. Okay, great.
Pick one.
Oh, heck yes, warrior girl. Okay, I'm going to pick a card for the new moon. Oh, that is wonderful. Let me get my spidey senses out. My fingers are going crazy.
That's good.
Over here somewhere. I think it's that one. Integrity. Okay.
After everything we've seen on the news and everything, integrity is one of the most important things that we need to make sure there's plenty of. And I have a feeling the moon's going to help us bring that out.
I missed what you said, I'm sorry.
I said to everything that we've heard and seen lately, integrity is one of the most important things we need. And I think the moon's going to help bring it out.
Fantastic.
Make sure that you all use it. It's going to spread. It's going to spread.
Very good. Okay, now let's have one for the week. Or till our next show. Okay, let's see. Our next show is going to be cord cutting. I love that. Cord cutting, and then I think the next show after that we're going to talk about smudging.
Okay.
Did I get that right?
No, I don't think so. I think it was a fourth question, but that's okay.
Let's see.
That one popped out, so it's vibrational. Be aware of what your vibrations are, and try to keep them up, especially when there's so much down and negative lower level vibration to combat it against. So be aware of what your vibration is and keep it up where you want it to be. Okay?
That sounds good.
Okay.
That sounds good. So the next show is cord cutting, and then the one following that is smudging, and then we're going to do grounding, and then we get Allie Martin. She's going to come and join us. And then Mount Shasta. There she is. Yay. Did you get your reading? And then we're going to meet on Mount Shasta with Dr. Gale. So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
So let me go back to face. To infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
I love that. That's how I tell my kids I love them, to infinity and beyond. So stay safe, everyone. Yeah.
Stay safe and keep your frequency where you know it needs to be.
Yeah, keep your frequency high. Whoa. There's smoke or ash rising from Mount Shasta the past few days. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Maybe you should do a remote view. Can you do one sitting here? Can you go see what's going on?
It's not a danger for us or where we're going to be. It's not a danger there. Is
it waking
on
up?
The other side. It's on the other side.
Interesting.
I don't know, but yeah, I do agree that it may be waking up or hiccuping.
Thank you, Juno.
Yeah.
And the echoing is gone. We have no idea. We have looked through so much stuff to find out where the echo is coming from, and we have the sound turned off on the camera. We have this speaker being used only, so
we don't know where it is, but we will.
Hopefully next week the engineer will figure it out.
Like we said, like the engineer, he's gonna fix it out. I hope.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of things on his list.
Our engineer's list is getting really long.
Yeah.
So we're going to say goodbye, and we love you guys, and we're so excited to have you here every show. We so appreciate it. And today I learned how to do moderators. Oh my God, I can't wait for Ruth to get back so we can make her a moderator. She acts like one all the time anyway. God love her.
And then please be sure to like, share, or subscribe.
You got it.
Yeah, I did.
Ruth usually does that for us.
Yes, she does.
So really, you guys, go pick yes or like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't, although I have a funny feeling most of you have already. And be sure and share our videos. We really appreciate it. The more we can get the love out there and information out there, the better we're all. The more people we help, and that's always good.
Yes.
So
in the meantime, unconditional love to all of you.
We love you, every single one of you. Sending lots of unconditional love and unity consciousness, energy your way, and all divine healing light for everybody. Yes. And we'll see you on Saturday. Is today Tuesday? I guess we'll see you Saturday. Woohoo! Right. Have a good week. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Whoops. It's hiding.